Om सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमतास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमतास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यानस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वसिष्ठान्ते वसत्शिखणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्तरूपं स्मात्मानारामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे। विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तदेव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः। स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमयितं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। If everything is said to be Maya Kritam Eva, and Maya by nature is Mithya, and anything that is said to be of the relationship in this world, Maya Paribhramitaha Purushaha Eva Vishwam Pashyati. Karyakaranataya Vishwam Pashyati. Only a person who is deluded by Maya perceives this world as effect of a cause, or with a relationship between cause and effect. Vishwam pashyati karya karanataya swaswami sambandhatah. One who has the wealth and the wealth, or between the wealthy man and the servant. Shishya acharyataya, as between relationship between a student and the guru. Pitru putradi atmana, or one's own son as son and the father, etc. All these relationships are all relative, and swapne jagradi va esha purushaha maya paribhramidaha pashyati. A person deluded in the world of Maya perceives this. So, in this discussion, Purupakshi asked this question: if that is the case, Vedanta is also Mithya only then. Mithya bhumo eva Vedanta upadeshaha. So, how do we consider If everything else is Maya, then Vedanta also happening within the Maya only. So how does that be valid if everything is considered as invalid, mithya? Even Vedanta Jnanam abhi mithya only. So mithyatvam nama vadhyatvam samyak jnanodaye sati in verse number 10. Shishyacharya upadeshadi swapnavat pratibhasade. Swapnavat pratibhasade. Only in the, as it is happening in the case of a dream, Shishya Acharya Upadeshadi. Even the advice given by the Guru, Acharya to the Shishya also. Therefore, if you say Mithyatvam Nama Badhyatvam, Yad Badhyate Tad Mithya, Sa Mithya, Yad Badhyate Sa Ya Badhyate Sa Mithya, feminine. That which is subject to be negated, falsified, is mithya. When badhyate samyajnana udaye sati. Samyajnana udayat urdhvam. Samyajnana udaya anantaram. After the dawn of this knowledge alone, one can see the mithyatvam of this entire relationship. So when a student goes to a teacher, he doesn't have a clue about all these things. If he already knows it's all mithya, he won't go there at all. So, but he doesn't know. At the present moment, he doesn't know. So, such a student goes there, and the teacher, when he says, Durvara samsara davagni daptam dotu yamanam duradrishtavadehi beetam prabannam paripahi mrityo sharanyamanyat na jane. I am being burned in the fire of samsara. I don't see any other shelter for me. You please teach me. So the teacher says, Ma Vaishta Bhagavan, don't worry. There is upaya from this apaya. So this very thing, which is very dangerous, there is a method of coming out of it. And that is jnana. So when he teaches, the student must take it with great faith, obviously, considering the samsara that he is going through as real, and he wants a real answer, real solution. The teacher takes a lot of time to prove him that that samsara which he considers as real is not there. See, so if a problem is there, if a problem is true, real, then we have to look for a solution also as real. If the problem that I have is only imagined, can there be a real solution? The solution is only to know the problem is imagined. That is the only solution. In a dream, how will you make him realize that it is a dream? Until he wakes up, or he finds a way to wake up from the dream, and upon waking up, there is no need for him to give him any solution. उठने के बाद क्या बताना है? When he has woken up already, what is there to tell him? और गुरु भी वहां भी नहीं होगा. Even the guru won't be there at that point. So उठने के बाद कहाँ है गुरु? है ही नहीं. So no doubt the guru also belonged to the same dream only. But if he wakes him up, and when he wakes up, he realized that the problem that he had is in the dream, the suffering was in the dream, and going to the guru to ask for a solution is a dream, giving the advice was also in the dream. Waking up, he realized that the problem did not exist in the first place. So, band kiska hai? और मोक्ष का इच्छा किसका है? सो जो मैं बंद हूं ऐसा सोचते हो. So if a person thinks that I am bound, to him is a moksha. So here even Vedanta that is taught is also within the field of Maya. Therefore the Purvapakshi asked Mithya Bhuto, so that is also Mithya, right? So then for that the teacher says here Mithya Bhutopi Vedanta. Even though it is Mithya, Vedanta Satyamartham Prabodayet. Satyam, what is real, essence of reality. Satyamartham Prabodayet. It teaches. Interesting word is Prabodha word has two meaning. One, to wake up also. Teaching and waking up. In fact, teaching is to wake up, or waking up is the end of the teaching. Right? So here, Devata Pradima Vacha Chitravat Pradibimbavat. Devata Pratima, we saw in the last session that a person who is a Upasaka, he goes to Upasya Devata, a deity of worship. The worshipper goes and prays with certain prayers in his mind, and he is asking for this and that, even though Pratima na Devata, the form is not God. The form is just a metal form or a wooden form or a stone form. But what the Upasaka feels is that this particular form I am worshipping is the Devata. इसका मानना ही चाहिए. So he has to believe in that. Otherwise he will not do the prayer. Stone Aya Namaha, concrete Aya Namaha. So he cannot say that it is only concrete. It's only a granite. So then if you go to a church and stand in front of the huge plus sign, which wood is this? Teak? So then you have absolutely no reverence, no love, no devotion. So what he should feel, this is God. And when such a person prays, to him the blessings are given through that form. Even though the form is not God, yet when one believes that it is God and prays, through that very form itself, he receives the blessings. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhaya architum ichchati tasya tasya achalam shraddham tam eva vidatamyaham. Bhagavan says that I give that result of that shraddha in the form of strengthening of that shraddha. I will give. Whichever form he worships. So Devata Pratima, the form of God, is not real. But Nikrishtavastini Utkrishta Buddhihi Upasana. That is called, Upasana is nothing but in that insignificant object, the superimposition of the highest. So when it is done, the person benefits. And the pradibimba of the mirror is only a reflection of your face. It's not real. You are not there, the mirror has no meaning. So, but looking at the mirror, you benefit or not? You can do your decoration, comb the hair, whatever you want to do. Also, if I am sitting or I am taking a small child with me, and in that room, there is a huge picture of a lion, it will be frightening for the child. Why? Because that picture, even though it's just a painted picture or a photograph, has the ability to create the fear in the heart of the child. Now, for me, probably I may be afraid, but you look at, okay, it's a nice painting. But, if it's a dark room with a dull light and there is one picture of tiger standing there, if I do not know that it is only a picture, first instance, I will get really afraid. Otherwise, I open the door. So in the same way, that's what these are the examples. Devata pratimavat, chitravat, pratibimbavat. So Vedantaha swayam mithya bhuto api, even though it is mithya also, and the Vedanta in the plane of mithya alone it is taught, satya brahma tattva bodhaka. It is the teacher, or it is that which teaches of the nature of the reality. So one should not discount that. Continuing here, sarvopi vyavaharoyam mayaya parijrimbanam sushupti sadrishi maya swaprabodena badyate. Ayam vyavaharaha. Vyavaharaha, transaction, interaction in the world. Ayam vyavaharaha. Sarvaha api vyavaharaha. All transactions in this world, mayayaha, of the maya, parijrimpanam, display. It's only display of maya alone, or all the transactions. All transaction, all relationships, all interactions, all thoughts, all experiences, all emotions, all feelings. Arey, Babaji, cold water you are putting on. कुछ exception है? नहीं. कोई exception नहीं. Sarva means every one of them, with no exception. All are nothing but mayayaha vijramana. Blanket he has put it. No exception. And when does it end? Sushupti sadrishi maya. Maya is like that of one remaining in the state of ignorance. That should be understood. Sushupti should not be taken as sleep. It should be taken up the state of, you can take a deep sleep, but the example should be to the extent that until one wakes up from the sleep. Swaprabodena badyate. Just like upon waking up oneself, it disappears. Until then, it is a deep state of tamas. See, some people do not want to wake up. That's another thing. उठने का कोई जरूरत नहीं. क्यों? So when somebody doesn't study Vedanta, and then one who does not know that he can wake up or she can wake up, that is okay. But पढ़ने के बाद भी, even after studying, one doesn't want, because one is afraid. ये सब छूट जाएगा. So what do I be interested in? Everything will be gone. The whatever it will be told. This is interesting, Swami. Nothing will interest me. After that, what is that for which I have to live? Kiske liye? So now what is interesting to us is the uncertainty of things, right? Tomorrow kya hoga? I don't know. Next second what will happen? I don't know. And because we do not know, it's keeping us interested. So what has happened? Obviously, we are not curious about it. It's over. But about others' past, we are very, very interested. My own past, I am not interested. Kya ho gaya, mujhe malum hai. But what happened to that person? That is very important. So whatever has happened in my life, I have no more curiosity about it. So that's why I said, no, that joke. One lady went to the astrologer, gave the horoscope of her husband. Batao kya hua? What happened in the past, you tell me, for this person. Who is this? My husband only, but you tell me. What happened in the past? So he said, people come to me not to ask about the past. They always ask about the future. Why are you asking about the past? Is the future I decide. You tell me only the past. So we are not curious about our own past. Now, some people are interested. What was I before in this birth? Previous birth, what was I? But anyway, you can't do anything about it. So if I come to realize there is nothing more that is going to be interesting in my future, future means not death, after death, etc. Even this life itself. Once recognizes there is everything is Maya, that I'm just still to wake up. When I wake up, there will be nothing. Everything will be gone. Everything will be gone means nothing will have any intrinsic value of no reality, no importance. So therefore he says, Sarvopi Vyavaharaha Ayam Mayayaha Vijrambanam. All these are all play of this Maya only. Like Sushupti Sadrishi Maya. In the Sushupti Avastha, in the state of total deep sleep, obviously we have no problem. But that is not the main point here. Like the state of sleep where there is total darkness. That's what. Ignorance is what is to be understood here. Avidya bhumau. Sushupti avasthayam. Na eva kinchit janami. I do not know anything. From that state, when you wake up, swaprabodhena, by oneself waking up, sarvam badhyate. Everything disappears. So, until then, sarva eva vaharaha mayamayaha iti yatra na kopi vinnaha, kopi vignaha iti upasamharati sarvopi parijrambanam vivartaha. What is parijrambanam? Vivartaha. Vivartaha, appearance. Vividam vartate. Mayayaha swarupam drishtantena buddhim arohayati. He trying to bring that idea of, in the drishtanta, as a Sushupti, as an example, swaprabodhena atma avabodhena vedanta janitena badhyate. Vedanta jnana janitena badhyate. Apalabhyate ityartha. It's no more, there is nothing more to gain. Everything falsifies. Now, if you say Maya alone has created the so-called reality of this world, which is relative, upon waking up everything goes away. So tell me, is it really there at all or not? So this question will be a very interesting point, because it is neither the reality of the Dvaitins nor the unreality of the Buddhists. Vedanta is right in the middle of it. Buddhas, Bodhikas, what do they say? Hai hi nahi kuch. Nothing is real. Is it that way? Uh, or is it that of always it is real of the Dvaitins or Sankyans or any other religious beliefs? So here that point is taken up. What is the Maya Swarupam? Yuktihina prakashasya sanya mayeti katyate nasati drishyamana sa badyamana nasa navasati. Sanya means name. It's known as Sanya. Samyak Nyayate, Sanya. So we all have our names, right? आपका संज्ञा क्या है? नाम. Sanya means what do you, how are you known? So name is the way I know. Somebody refers to me with the name. So what is Maya? Mayayaha sanya ka. What is the name? What is known as Maya? Yuktihina prakashasya sanya. Yuktihina. Yuktihina. Yukti means logic. Hina means absence. That which is absent of logic. But Prakash appears. But, so here it is said Yuktihina Prakashasya Sanya. The name of the Maya is known as that which is incomprehensible by logic, yet it is there. Now we'll see why it is not possible to understand by logic. Anirvachaniya, incomprehensible in this way. In the Panchadashi, it is said as Achintya Rachana. Achintya Rachana means mysterious creation. Achintya Rachana. So, Yuktihina Prakashasya Sanya Maya iti katyate. Maya is known as that which is devoid of logic but appearance is there. Why it is so? Why it is different from the standpoint of the Dvaitins, or at the same time it is different from the standpoint of the Buddhists? While the Buddhists say the world and everything else what we consider as field of experience doesn't exist. Completely. Zero. While Dvaitins and Sankyans and all other religious believers fully believe in the existence of the world. Jagat hai, Jeev hai, Dvaita hai, everything is hai. Everything is there only. So they don't question it. And within that realm of so-called reality of this world, they try to find a solution. And no solution can give permanent answer to changing world. Because one solution arrived, the problem changed. So you go for a solution for that, another problem has come, or that problem itself changed to something else. So what will you do? Keep on working. Which system of political system is best, Swamiji? If you ask, depends. Everything is depends only. Right? Is it capitalism is good? Depends. Oh, you mean to say communism is different? Depends. In some places, communism seems to be working well. So that is better, Swamiji, than fighting all the time. One party is two party, three party, five party, 10 party. Instead of that, one party, everything. Nobody else can speak anything about it, and they do whatever they need to do, but they take care of things. Okay, good. Here, anytime you bring a program, another fellow comes and stops it. By the time you starts another new, then by the next time another fellow comes and that stops. Nothing goes. Every time new things comes, every old things are stopped in the middle. If you go to some places, there somebody built a bridge and halfway through. Why? That party has gone, so it stopped there. This party, another party has started from the other end. Never meet. The building bridge never meet because one party started a point, another point, and they are both are here like this. And that too not the same like this. Because he wants to go this way only. This fellow wants to go this way only. Then what will you do? So, capitalism doesn't, democracy doesn't work. So this way, which is the final solution to any problem? In the world of relativity, by the time you solve one problem, the other problem has started, or this changed. The nature of this problem has changed. Anyway, so here, according to Daityns, the reality of the Maya, of the relative reality is there. They consider it as a real only. Where Buddhists say only way to come out of it is nothing is there. Chodo. Here Vedanta says this Maya is something which does not come under any logic. We have to accept it as real as well as unreal. Very Bhava. Very good word. Okay. It's both real and unreal. How is it? Drishyamana na asati. Next line. Drishyamana sa na asati. Because it is subject to be experienced, it cannot be unreal. Drishyamana. Drishyamana means anubhavamana. It is subject to perception, subject to experience by our senses, by the mind. If you go to the world outside the roadside and say, you know one thing, what? The world doesn't exist. If you tell anybody on the road or anywhere, I'm a Vedanta, I'm telling you, this world doesn't exist. They will make you doesn't exist. They make sure that you don't exist. Christ also said, who am I? I am that I am. Chalo, usko hang karo. This fellow is going to cause trouble to us. So, because Drishyamana, it is perceived. So, that which is perceived or experienced pratyaksha rupena, with all our senses and the mind, we are experiencing this world. How can we say it is not there? So, therefore, the very fact that it is subject to experience, it is said to be not unreal. Drishyamana sa na asati. And so, if it is there, then where is the solution? How do you get moksha out of this? How do you get out of this? Sa badhyamana nasati. Because it is subject to falling away upon Vedanta Jnana Udayad Urdhvam. Vedanta Jnana Janita. Vedanta Jnanena Badhyamana. Subject to disappearance. Therefore, na sati. Not real. So, the logic doesn't work here. Is it sat or asat? Depends. We also have to give the same answer only. Maya is Sat or Asat? Depends. Depends on what? Whether you're awake or not. Somebody sent a very interesting, I think last time only I said. One lady takes the phone, says, Siri, yes. If suddenly God is right in front of me, what should I ask? Ask Siri, if you have phone or Google or whatever. What should I ask if God is in front of me? So Siri answers, ask this question, did I come to you or you came to me? If you came to me, then it is out of bhakti. If I came to me, that means I am dead. Isn't that? So, if you ask, is it Sat or Asat, Maya? Depends. Depends on what? Whether you woken up or not. If you are woken up, don't ask that question. If you are asking that question, means you have not woken up. So here, because it is perceived, it is not unreal. Because it is subject to disappearance upon knowledge, it cannot be real. Whether the snake that is perceived on the rope is real or unreal, is a person who has already seen the rope, will he ask that question? A person who has already seen it as a rope, he would not ask that stupid question to the teacher. Is it snake that is real or not? That means you have not woken up. You have not seen it. So if you have not seen the rope, you will ask that question. Right? And if you have not seen the rope, you're still seeing the snake. And their question is it real? If you ask that question, that means you have started the questioning. Good. Ask that question. Then you'll find out the answer. Because I am experiencing, I cannot think that it is not real, because I am definitely, through my eyes I am seeing, through my ears I am hearing, everything is going on. So how can I, at this realm of experience, how can I consider that as unreal? So it is real. Upon waking up, it is disappearance. It is subject to disappearance. Therefore, it is not real. Now, he gives example for this in the next verse. Further, he says here, Yuktihinaha prakashaha pratiti matram yasya tasya bhasamanasya maya idi sanya katyate. Bhasamanasya yuktihina bhasamanasya. Yuktihina with no particular logic. Sarva prakara yukti asahatve sati. Even as you are inquiring into it, it cannot stand the inquiry. Prakashamanatvam, because of the fact that it is subject to appearance, mayayaha lakshanam. So Sri Ramana Maharshi always said, ask that question. If it's still there, then I will challenge you. If you ask that question, if it disappears, then you are on the right path. Self-inquiry, that path has to be seriously taken up. Manasam tu kim margane krite naiva manasam. Marga arjavat. Arjava marga, straight path. What? मन है. मन के बिना विश्व भी नहीं होगा. मन के बिना इंद्रिय experience of the indriyas are also not possible. मन नहीं है तो किसका अनुभव होगा, कैसे अनुभव होगा? So what is the experience without the mind? That very mind itself is an appearance. That if you ask that question, is there a mind? Manasam tu kim? Margane krite. In that path, if you go, Naiva manasam. End result is what? There is no mind. So taken the mind to be true, taken the thoughts to be true, taken the thoughts created by the sense organs are true, then you will never find the unreality of it. So here tasyaha yuktishunya prakashatvam sadhyate. Therefore, na asati iti. Because it is appearing even in spite of having no logic to prove its existence. Drishyamana aparokshataya iti sheshaha. Then nasati, not real. Why? Badhyamanatvat, subject to disappearance. Okay, so now let us see the example here. Na prakashadiyam binna chaye varkasya tamasi na cha binna jadatvena virodano bhayatmika. Prakashat iyam na binna. Prakashat, prakasharupat, suryat. Surya is prakasha here. So a shadow, chaya, arkasya chaya iva. The shadow that is associated along with the sun. Without the sun, there cannot be shadow. Here, the sun or any source of light. If there is no light, there can be any shadow? No. But is shadow the light? No, obviously not. Now, interesting thing is, without the sun or without the light of the sun, there cannot be shadow. But is the shadow of the sun sunlight? No. Then, so this way, like the shadow of the sun cannot be without the sun. Therefore, na prakashat binna. It is not different from the prakasha. Meaning, here to be a prakasha, to be taken to be atmanah na binna, brahmanah na binna, ishvarat na binna maya. Maya should be understood as closely associated with Ishvara, but not Ishvara. Like shadow associated with the sun, but shadow is not sun. Shadow is the opposite quality. Tamasi, that's why written there. Dark. Tamasi chaya arkasya iva prakashat iyam maya na binna. Even though of opposite quality, but cannot remain without the one that on which it depends on. And that is why here is written, example is being given here. Yata arkasya chaya tamasi ratri rupa. Of the nature of darkness, ratri rupa, arkat binna na tata ayam iti. But it cannot remain be different from the light. Vyatireka drishtantaha. Yadva arkasya chaya arka chadika tamasi tamo drishtibihi divandaihi aropita na arkat binna yata ityartaha. It cannot remain, it is not prakasha. At the same time, it cannot remain without the prakash. It is not Surya and it cannot remain without the Surya. That shade. In the same way, This Ishwarasya Shakti, Para Asya Shaktihi iti Shrutau Mayayaha Atmashaktitva Avagamat Nahi Shaktihi Shaktimato Vedena Vibhavyate. Power of the Lord cannot remain without the Lord. For the Lord and his power cannot be separated. So Maya, if you understand as Ishvara Shakti, that Shakti of Ishvara cannot remain independent of him. Ishvara can remain independent of him, but in that Shakti, it cannot remain independent of him. It is like I and my speech. The speech, the ability to speak is a Shakti, let us say, that cannot remain independent of me. It is me, it is mine. But I can remain without speaking. I am not depending upon the ability to speak, but at the same time, I alone can use that power of speech. In the same way, Ishvarasya Shakti, Ishvarat Binna na asati, na asti, na bhavati. Other than that Ishvaraha who beholds that power, it cannot remain. In the same way, Maya is a chaya. It is a shadow, tamasi. It cannot independently exist. So, na binna, that is to be understood, not different. Okay. The next line says, it is binna. It is different. Why? Jadatvat. So he says, Jadatvena na abhinna. Double negative. It is not different. It is different. How? Jadatvena. Chaitanya. So Chaitanya of the nature of consciousness and the nature of inertness, Maya, how can they be two? Is one? Cannot be. That's why Gurudev called this body and the human person or any living being as a unholy wedlock, because body is inert, mind is inert, buddhi is inert, but the Atman is Chaitanya. How can they be together all the time? Opposite of the nature of opposition. But they don't fight with each other. There is no fighting or conflict. But you cannot say they are one and the same. Jadatvena na abhinna. Being of the nature of inertness, it cannot be same. It is not different. It is different. Nabi chidatmanaha abhinna, binna abhinna. So it cannot be different from it. It is non-different. Meaning it is different. So one way it is like that of the shadow and the sun. The shadow cannot remain independent of that sun. So too, Maya, which is a Shakti of Ishvaraha, cannot remain independent of him. Therefore, abhinna. At the same time, Maya being of the nature of inertness, it is subject to disappearance, etc. It is not of the nature of Chaitanya. Therefore, it is not to be understood. It is to be understood as different from it. So now, is it different or not different? That is where the logic kicks. It is neither different. Earlier he said neither true, neither real, not unreal. That is proven. Now is it different from Brahman? Depends. What do you mean by depends? Because it cannot remain independent of him. All right. So it is him? No, it is not him. So binna bhi, abhinna bhi. Sat bhi, asat bhi. Therefore, in Vivekchudamani very clearly says, Sannapya Sannapyubayatmikano. Now, the second line is, the third thing is, it is not both together. It cannot be binna and abhinna at the same time, different and same at the same time, real and unreal at the same time, because paraspara virodhatvat. That's what he says next word. Next line he says, binna, virodhat na ubhayatmika. Virodhat, paraspara virodhat, being contradictory, mutually contradictory, therefore it cannot be said to be of having both the nature. What? Real and unreal put together. No. 1 minus 1, it cannot be 1 and minus 1. What it can be? Vedanta says 1, not 0. And interesting thing is, 1 minus 1 is what? 0. But 0 has a value. The 0 has a value is understood by the ancients in the Indian thinkers. Don't say 0 is mere absence. 0 has a value. When does 0 has a value? We put 1 in front of it. If you put 1 in front of 0, what happens? Wow, 10. Okay, 1 more 0 you put then. 100? Another 1 more 0 you put. So 0 has no value, you mean? When some 10 zeros you put behind 1, what happens then? So that 0 has a value. When does it have value? Only when there is 1 there in front of it. Remove that 1, then what is the value? Tell me. No value. But no value means apparently there is 1. The moment you put 1 there, it has enormous value. So if somebody gives me a check, what should I put, Swamiji, in the amount column? Put just 0. As many zeros as you want. Is it? Yeah, I will put 1 somewhere. I just put 1 more line. That's all I won't do much. I just put 1. I'll empty your bank account by putting only 1 number there. So here, na upayatmika. It is not a combination of these two. Na sanna sanna sapasanna mahanna chanu. In Dhanyashtakam is na sanna na asanna. No. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says it is neither sat nor sat, not to ubaya. It cannot be said to be both. So that is why it is said Parameshwara Shakti. Avyaktanamni Paramesha Shakti Anadya Vidya Triguణatmika Para Karyanumeya Sriyaiva Maya Yaya Jagat Sarvamidam Prasuyate. Yaya Mayaya Sarvamidam Prasuyate. Because of which the whole creation has come to existence. Okay, understood. What is understood? That it cannot be understood. It is beyond logic. And it is neither to be real, neither to be considered as real nor unreal. Neither it is said to be different from Ishvaraha, nor it is Ishvara himself. That is also not true. Okay, now the question is, does it have any cause? What is the cause of this Maya? Does it have a cause or not? So now you see, it cannot be said to have any cause of its own. Next, he takes up Swahedutva Swahetva Vyava Swahetva Hetu Avayava. Swahetu Avayava Bhavat. Very carefully read. Neyam savayavochyate nachavayavahina sa karyeshvavayavanvida. Avayava means parts, limbs. Avayava abhavat. Avayava abhavat. Swahetu avayava abhavat. There is swahetva. Avayava means parts. Abhavat. Having no parts. What does it mean? It means anything that has come into existence as an effect is always a part of a cause. Only that has come into existence through some cause said to be the part of that cause. Because Gurudev has explained, cause itself appearing differently is the effect. The appearing differently is the avayava, part. The gold appearing as a necklace has many parts. You see that chain is there, design is there, top is there, bottom is there, front is there, back is there. See, these are all considered as many parts of that chain. But gold, when you look at it, gold is gold. Any part of that, it is a gold only. But it is not a front gold, back gold, a top gold, no, nothing like that. This chain has got some chain part of it, the pendant part of it, then the dangling ones part of it, all that things are there. So then there are many parts of it from a source which did not have any part has come into become different parts. But this anadi nature of the Maya, the very fact that it is said anadya vidya, this is the nature of the Maya is anadi, beginningless. Now, why do we say it's beginningless? Because if we apply logic, then we have to understand anything that has a beginning, the very fact that you say it is beginning, that means before it was not there. And it has come into existence. So you mean to say before Maya came into an existence, there was no Maya? Correct. If you say that it has a beginning. Right? So what is that state of no Maya? And if you say it came into existence, what made it to come into existence? What made it to come into existence? It has been caused by something. So if we have to go back to find out what would be the Adi of this Maya, then you will find that when you remove Kala and Desha, which also are created by Maya itself, time, which is a conditioning factor to determine at the beginning of something, or space, which is again a conditioning factor to understand the beginning of something, themselves being creation of Maya, you cannot use that. Created by Maya, you cannot use it to understand or to try to find out the beginning of it. So where Desha and Kala are being the things created by Maya, you cannot use that to understand Maya. Therefore, the scale by which you're trying to understand Maya itself being absent, how will you understand the Adi or the beginning of Maya? It is like Gurudev used to say that you are using a flashlight to see everything. But to see the flashlight, can you use the same flashlight? If you try to take the bulb and look at the where it is coming, the light coming from, then it will detach from the battery. The battery is gone. How will you see? So Anadi being the nature of Maya, it cannot have come into existence by a particular cause. So now you say Ishvaraha eva Mayayaha Karanam. Let us say if you take it that way. Maya's cause is Ishvara. If you take that standpoint, it is, yes, in a way, that is how the creation is explained. In Upanishad, it is explained that Bahusyam prajaye yedi satabhotapyada sadastatvayatakam sarvam asarja ityadi. You can only understand the creation as a beginning, not Maya as a beginning. How the world was created, that is explained. Let me become many. In that way, the Lord contemplated, and then the world was created. But that is not the origin of Maya. It is a manifestation of Maya, not origin. Manifestation of Maya. The creation is manifestation of Maya, not the origin. So even Upanishad cannot explain the origin of Maya. Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. He is a Mayin, he who has a Maya, but he is not causing Maya. Maya is always there and he expresses that as the world. So, he being Anadi, his Maya is also Anadi only. Therefore, Swahetu Avayava Abhavat, being having no cause of itself, without any part, therefore, it is not having any part at all in itself. Sa avayava na yam sa avayava uchate. Therefore, it is not subject to having parts. So, this is one idea. So, that means Maya does not have many parts. Avayava is not there. All right. But it creates parts. That is another part. Because the Maya has effects. Maya is not effect of something, but it can bring into many effects. Maya does not have a cause, but it can be a cause of many things. Therefore, next line it says, Nacha avayavahinasa. Not that it does not have a parts, by karyeshu avayavan vita Maya. With its effects, it becomes having parts. Through the expression, it creates many things out of itself as many parts. So that is the reason why now you can say, is it with the avayava or without avayava? Both. Is it real or unreal? Both. You cannot say both. Why? It's mutually opposing. Therefore, is it real or unreal? Neither. Is it part or no part? Neither. Is it different or same as Brahman? Neither. This is why the Yuktikina. This is how it is not understandable by logic. Chala Swamiji, what is that you are trying to say now? Let us stop the inquiry into Maya and let us move on to Mukti. Because any time you try to understand it, नहीं हो सकता है. That's why Swami Tapovanam, when he was approached by Gurudev, I want to understand Maya. So Tapovanji looked at him and said, then you will never get mukti. You understand that one thing? You're trying to understand Maya, you will be caught up in that. You will never get moksha out of this. Just leave it aside. Meditate on Ishvara, not Maya. Just think about Ishvara, you will be out. If you think about Maya, you will be caught further. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.